Mark Twain once said, "The secret of getting ahead is getting started." And so, we begin at the start of Twain's tale. Born in 1835, in the small town of Florida, Missouri, he entered the world as Samuel Langhorne Clemens. His early years were filled with both joy and hardship. When he was just 11, his father passed away, leaving him to navigate the world with a little less guidance. Young Clemens found solace in work, first as a printer's apprentice, where he got his first taste of the written word. His thirst for adventure led him to the mighty Mississippi, where he became a steamboat pilot. It was there, among the river's ebb and flow, that Samuel Clemens left, and Mark Twain was born. This pseudonym, plucked from the riverboat lingo, would soon become iconic. The river years shaped Mark Twain, but the Civil War would change his course. As the Civil War raged on, Mark Twain found a new passion: writing. The tumultuous backdrop of a nation at war was the canvas upon which Twain began to sketch his literary career. A journey westward with his brother Orion, who was appointed as the Secretary of Nevada Territory, marked the beginning of Twain's adventures. In the rugged terrains of Nevada, Twain tried his hand at silver mining, but the allure of hidden riches beneath the Earth's crust was soon overshadowed by a more profound fascination with the human experience, the untold stories of the miners, the settlers, and the native tribes. This fascination led him down a different path, one that would change his life forever: journalism and storytelling. His initial foray into writing was not without its challenges. Twain's early works were met with mixed reviews, but this did not deter him. He continued to hone his craft, refining his distinctive narrative voice and his keen observation of the human condition. His persistence paid off when he penned the short story, The Celebrated Jumping Frog of Calaveras County. This tale, brimming with humor and astute social commentary, catapulted Twain into the literary limelight. It was a story that resonated with readers far and wide, a story that held a mirror to society and reflected its quirks and idiosyncrasies with a blend of wit and satire that was quintessentially Twain. His rise to fame was swift. As his stories traveled across the continent, so did his reputation as a master storyteller. His name became synonymous with a unique brand of American literature, one that was deeply rooted in the realities and complexities of a nation in flux. Mark Twain had made a name for himself, but his greatest works were yet to come. With a firm footing in the literary world, Twain began to create the works that would define him. And so, the world was introduced to The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and its sequel, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. These narratives would not only become pillars of Mark Twain's literary career, but they would also leave an indelible mark on the landscape of American literature. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer is a story of childhood and adventure, set against the backdrop of the Mississippi River. At its core, it's a tale of a young boy's escapades, daring feats, and his transition from innocence to experience. But Twain's genius lies not just in his portrayal of boyhood adventure, but in his ability to weave deeper themes into the narrative. He uses satire and humor to expose the hypocrisies and inconsistencies of society, while subtly criticizing the institution of religion and the romantic notions of the era. Then we have The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, a story that takes us down the Mississippi River, through the eyes of Huck Finn and his companion, the runaway slave Jim. It's a novel that tackles themes of friendship, freedom, and morality. Twain uses the character of Huck to question societal norms and to confront the harsh realities of racism and slavery. The novel's vernacular language, humor, and social criticism made it controversial at the time of its release, but these are the very elements that have since established it as a landmark in American literature. These two novels, with their vivid characters, engaging plots, and profound themes, have transcended the confines of time and place. They paint a picture of a bygone era, but their commentary on human nature and society remains startlingly relevant even today. They have been dissected, discussed, and debated in classrooms, literature circles, and intellectual gatherings across the globe. Through these masterpieces, Twain has given us much more than just stories. He has given us a mirror to look at ourselves, our society, and our values. He has given us characters that are timeless and narratives that are universal. These masterpieces cemented Mark Twain's place in the annals of literary history. Mark Twain's journey ended in 1910, but his legacy continues to inspire and challenge us. His influence on American literature and culture is profound and far-reaching. Twain was an integral part of the fabric of American literature, crafting stories that were distinctly American in their language, humor, and themes. His works are a mirror to the America of his time, reflecting its beauty, its flaws, its contradictions. His clever wit, biting satire, and keen observations on human nature made him a beloved figure, but they also made him a powerful social critic. His commentary on issues such as racism, imperialism, and human folly remains as relevant today as they were in his time. Twain's legacy is such that he has been honored with numerous tributes. One of the most notable among these is the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor, an award given by the Kennedy Center to individuals who have had an impact on American society in ways similar to the distinguished 19th-century novelist and essayist. This prize recognizes those who, like Twain, use humor as a tool to hold a mirror up to society, highlighting both its strengths and its follies. Twain's enduring popularity is evident in the continued interest in his works. His novels, such as The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, continue to be read and studied, not just in America, but around the world. His quotes, anecdotes, and witticisms are still shared and loved by many. Yet Twain's legacy is not just about his works, but also about the spirit of his writing. The courage to question, the willingness to poke fun at sacred cows, and the ability to find humor even in the darkest corners of life. These are the qualities that make Twain an enduring figure in American literature and culture. Mark Twain once said, "The reports of my death are greatly exaggerated," and indeed, through his words, his wit, and his wisdom, Mark Twain lives on.